Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Hunter Constantine. I'm a Grandmaster, USPSA, also the 2024 Aruban National Champion. Pretty cool. We won high overall at that match. I've gotten a lot of requests about how do I practice. So we're just gonna straight shot it all the way through and show you guys how I practice for USPSA competition shooting, practical shooting sports. Today is gonna be a heavy volume round count day. So there's gonna be a lot of drills, a lot of shooting, some talking about it and just kind of going through it. But I do feel like having a large amount of focused rounds is gonna help out a lot. Now, if you have trouble focusing, that's not my problem, and just do better, okay? There's so many loaded magazines, and we're gonna shoot through all of them in this practice. I honestly don't, there's probably like 800 rounds or something like that. We're gonna shoot through all of them. We're gonna put some targets in the back. I'm just gonna walk you through some of the drills that I do to get ready. And of course, we've got the Smith & Wesson M&P 9. This is my IPSC gun, and basically almost cloned to my Carry Optics gun. We get some paper, we can go staple them in the back and rock and roll from there. Action target, more like trash target. Uh-oh, there we go. And so I basically I'm gonna set up as many target stands as we have back here with just some standard USPSA targets. And I'm gonna throw some no shoots on it just because open targets are way too easy. Even this is a pretty easy no-shoot target. We want to increase some difficulties on it. And I want to give myself some different options to shoot at. There's no real rhyme or reason why I'm choosing to put the targets the way that I am, other than I'm just vibing. Like, most people don't know I'm chill like that. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing with these yet, but we're gonna put them out here just because these aren't really like structured drills. It's just like things I wanna shoot. So we're gonna start off with my draw drill, see how we're feeling for today. I've got a little marked out at 10 yards. I'll do 10 individual draws onto the head box. Credit card counts. Every draw has to be under 1.5 seconds. 128. Pulled that one over, 130. 129. Pulled that low, 133. 137. 130. 126. 122. Oof. 127. 135. 130. Honestly, I wasn't counting. I don't know if that was 10 or not, but we've got a couple doubles, but we're starting off cold. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna do this just a couple more times, and we're gonna get locked in. All right, we're still walking it in. We got all 10 shots. Pull a couple low, one high. Again, we're just getting warmed up, getting our vision warmed up. This is a great drill to get your processing power, juices working in your brain. Feel your grip, feel your sights, feel your trigger. Hey, I'm beating my par time by like 0.2 seconds, so I have more time, but I'm used to shooting in like the 115 to a 130 for this drill for my draw. So I'm trying to keep it around the same time. If I did slow down to like a 145, we could probably get 10 for 10 pretty easily, but it's always good to push when you know what your limit should be. But a passing on this is a 150. It's fucking dead center. I think that was 10. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I actually shot 12. We have one out. That right there, I'll take this as a passing one. This was my last shot on the target, and I was like counting in my head going, I'm like, is that 10? Was that 11? I guess it was 12. This is my 12th shot. We got all 11 of those in. So that's passing for me. So I'm gonna move on to my next little drill exercise that I'm going to do. But we're feeling good. We're starting to understand that trigger again. We brought the draw speed to a consistent like 128 to 134. That was what all those draws were in. So we're within just a few hundredths of a second consistently on all those draws, hitting this like 2-inch by 4-inch little box, 10 yards. Little box, 10 yards. That's hard. Okay, I don't care who you are. We're gonna warm up a little bit. I normally don't do doubles, but I'm feeling a little double action today. So we're gonna just, we're gonna get the gun, we're gonna do some sets of doubles and just make sure that my trigger fingers feeling warm, feeling loose. I was having some trigger freeze yesterday when we were filming. And so sometimes I just gotta remind myself to isolate this finger away from my grip and make sure we're doing that. So we're gonna rip through some doubles. I think we got, what, we got one more mag? We got a mag and a half for some doubles. Ooh. We dropped a couple low. One Charlie outside of it. So my dot was kind of just bouncing in this general middle area right here. This is a bit wider than I would want. Showing me that there's some stuff going on with my grip and that I need to refocus and figure out what is going on and why my gun is dipping down. Generally speaking, if let's say I'm aiming at a line right here, I don't want any shots below that line because that means I'm dipping my gun too far down. The dot should come up and then return to the exact same spot. So I'm getting some bouncing going on in my wrists. And just again, you're gonna shoot at different levels on different days. Thinking that you're gonna shoot your best every single day is pretty crazy. There's a lot of things that depend on that, whether that be like diet, sleep, physicality, whatever it might be. I found that when I'm getting off of like a cold and stuff like that, my vision is the first thing that's affected. But we're gonna grab some more mags. I'd like to do this again and have a little bit of a tighter group. All right, I'm gonna rip doubles again, no timer. I'm just gonna watch my sight and really focus in on it. All right, so I was getting a little V movement going on, but you can see that this group right here, when I was eliminating it, like look how much tighter we got on that magazine. Now, when I was getting that V going, that's when I pulled these 4 shots. If we take those away, it's a pretty solid group. We're gonna do it from draw. We'll get a couple different draw styles going in. Our pile of brass is accumulating. It's gonna look pretty good by the end of this. Ooh, we're starting to feel the gun, baby. Ah, I pulled, there's 2 wildly pulled shots on that. Bad grip from the draw. So my hand wasn't fully up against that back beaver tang. I could start to feel it bounce. Actually, I'll show you what was happening too. So because I didn't have my hand here, what's happening when the gun's recoiling, you probably saw it in the video, there's a lot more bounce to it, and my trigger press was a little bit different. So we started pulling these shots much farther outside of the central group. This was the one shot before that I called got pretty wild. But some of these outside ones was from that loose grip. Let's go ahead and tape up these wild ones just so we can see better for the rest of this mag and the next mags. But again, going through these drills multiple times, I'm thinking about how my grip is, and I'm thinking about what type of input I'm putting on the gun for it to make my gun dip down, go to the right, go to the left, whatever it is. And I'm trying to find out these like micro mechanics. how to keep my gun straight and flat, you know? Science words. There's no science words. Just fucking hold on to your gun consistently and make sure that you can hit the target in the same spot. So yeah, we got about half a mag in this one. We'll see if we can keep it clean. Also, update on the Rune followers with the extended magos. It's like 25 plus 1 or 24 plus 1 the gun. For the flat nose bullets, they get stuck where it won't feed. Just kind of booty. I stopped using them because of that, but they worked with round nose. So as soon as I switch projectiles, we'll be back in business, but it's like a 1-year update on them. I think he updated the followers, but I don't have those yet. A little bit of trigger freeze again. That was it. That was the last one. Quick, like 100 rounds of ammo. So I'm seeing that I'm favoring this shot group to the left. We've got a nice hole right here. Actually, 2 holes. We might even be able to get, yeah, it's pretty nice. But so what this is telling me right here is that somewhere in my grip or trigger press, I'm influencing that gun to be moving slightly left. And more than likely, it's probably my trigger press. I know personally that my trigger press is actually notoriously bad. That's one of the #1 fundamentals that I need to work on as a shooter. And so if I don't have my grip completely locked in, that my gun's gonna start drifting to the left on some of these fast follow-up shots. We got, I don't see my old splits, but I think we're probably getting somewhere in like the 15 to 18 range on those splits. And so kind of pushing the gun 10 yards is right where you can start seeing this breakdown. If we were closer, you can jam 2 at the target. No problems, no questions asked, you're gonna get your hits. When you start getting past 10, that's when you start to have to be aware of what's going on with it. So let's get this patched up. We're just gonna do a outer patch job. We're gonna leave the hole in the center, and we're gonna move on to the next thing. So next we're gonna work on some transitions. Transitions are, in my opinion, some of the lowest hanging fruit that you can have to improve your competition match performance. So we're just gonna hang out right at this 10 yards again. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna do a mag, left to right, boom, 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 boom. We're gonna see what the time is and how many, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think we'll definitely be able to get through 1, maybe 2. We'll see what goes on. All right, here we go. All right, so that was a 491, 2 alpha, 2 alpha, 2 alpha, alpha Charlie, 2 alpha, 2 alpha. So 1 Charlie on that run, sub 5 seconds. That kind of gives us a baseline. We're gonna run that again, left to right. See if we can pick it up a little bit. Oh, I tagged the no shoot. So 472, 2 alpha, 2 alpha, 2 alpha, 2 alpha, 2 alpha, alpha no shoot Mike. Last shot too. I felt my gun dip down on it. That's kind of the name of the game sometimes. But it's, again, when I'm going through these, I don't mind tagging a no shoot, I don't mind tagging a Mike. And I'm just kind of exploring to see like what I can get away with. If we go through these times, at a 119 draw, 22 split, 39 transition, 33 split, 34 transition, 23 split, 42 transition, 31 split, 34 transition, 18 split. I really 18 split the last target on the no shoot. That's the hardest target of the whole thing. It was my fastest split. That was dumb. Let's see if we can get an 18 on some of these other targets. .467. I was just focusing on pushing that speed just a little bit more. We got 1 Charlie on the first, all alpha, all alpha, all alpha, all alpha, all alpha. So 1 Charlie, 467. So we took off about 0.3 of a second from our first run, just pushing it. Our best split was a 16, which isn't too shabby. So let's go ahead, swap mags. And again, I'm just doing a mental count for what's on these targets as we're going through. We haven't taped anything yet. So now I'm gonna go right to left. 472. And we dropped another no shoot, but on the middle target. It is what it is. We got 2 alpha, 2 alpha, 2 alpha, alpha, Mike no shoot, 2 alpha, 2 alpha. With a 737? 472, 472. All right, let's try that again. All right, that was better. That was better. That was a 450. 450, we got 2 alpha, Alpha Charlie, 2 alpha, Alpha Charlie, 2 alpha, 2 alpha. 450, decent time, fastest time so far. Killed in the streets. All right. 450 again on the dot. That's consistent. We got 2 alpha, Alpha Charlie, 2 alpha, Alpha Charlie, Alpha Charlie, 2 alpha. So 3 Charlies again. Same time, same score. That's pretty crazy. You know what? We'll do a little reload. We'll do a little reload before the last 2 targets. How about that? .464 with a reload. We got 2. We got another Charlie, we got another Charlie, we got another Charlie, and we got another Charlie. Looks like I was hammering it. Let's take a look at these groups on the target real quick and talk about them. This is the first no shoot I got. That was the 18 split. This is not much room at all to be at. I think we're at like 11 or 12 yards. We pulled one high here, but I like that group for that type of target. These Charlies, there's 4 of them on this target. This is when I started really pushing the speed. Having the horizontal target, I don't know why, it just fucks me up, but looking at it up and down, this is telling me though that this group, that I'm not tightening on my grip enough and something is changing on that second shot, because I kind of have like these two groups going on with the target. Same with this one, a little bit sloppy on the grip, coming back down to this target. These are all just outside of the lines. This is pretty good up here. We were very aggressive for this top part. I'm okay with these guys floating up in this Charlie zone. I'm not okay with the no shoot. This one right here, we can see we're favoring a little bit left just because that's where the open space is. My eyes were getting drawn to this corner. And then this last target here, I was actually finding it easier to shoot on this because I had a reference point to focus on. Low-key a little bit cheating when you have like a nice area, because my eyes were just jumping right to here and your bullets are gonna go where you're looking. So my eyes were just locked in. I'm gonna tape them up now. Now we need an official place marker with this rock. It's gonna be our starting position. We're gonna split this up into two different positions, work on a little entry and exits of positions around the barrels as vision barriers. We're gonna do 3 targets from one side, 3 targets from the other. So I'm gonna come around this barrel, just gotta clear it. We're gonna go no shoot, open, open on the bottom. Then we're gonna run, make sure our muzzle's in a safe direction. Get to this side, we're gonna have open, no shoot, top of the double stack. So just 3 and 3, gonna get some movement in, work on getting that gun up and that gun out of position. That tight no shoot's gonna be, that's gonna be a pesky one to start on. We'll see what happens. I'm not even making my decision until I get there. All right, let's see what happened. 2 alpha, 1 Charlie, 1 Charlie, 2 alpha, 2 alpha, 2 alpha. Okay, and I aimed at that top alpha zone. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't sure on the bottom guy and the left guy, but they were in just by the edge. Now we're gonna go to the left. I plugged 2 into the no shoot. Second target in, both into the no shoot. My eyes went exactly to that no shoot and I plugged it right there. Don't look at the no shoot. Look where you want your bullets to go. Weak. Rune followers. Trash, I missed the bag. I missed the bag. I also got another no shoot on that run. 890. I forgot that I haven't been looking at the times. It's 890. That one felt really, really good. We got 12, but I don't trust the follower. I'm gonna plus it up. I'm gonna start on the right. See if we can beat it 890. $848. Was a half second off. We pulled 2 extra Charlies on that run though. One on the top target, one on the left target. But again, I'm not necessarily going for a perfect score. Ooh, we got a fresh mag. We got a fresh mag. You know what we need to do? We gotta do a little strong hand. We're gonna do a mag. I'm gonna draw. We should do it with a fresh target. We should do it with a fresh target. This is how my practice goes. I'm kind of impromptu. Just want to do some stuff. Have a little fun. I don't know. So we're gonna tape these up and get them cleaned up for us. All right, now we're gonna work on risky shots, risky back shots. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start at one barrel, and I'm basically just gonna take like a nice little walking pace, and I'm gonna work on shooting all of these targets on the move as I'm going across. Realistically, in a major match, I do not want to move on those no-shoot targets because they're very high risk. But the higher difficulty targets you practice with, the easier it's going to be for in a match. Or like you'll have that confidence to maybe take this on the move in a match. And the more you can shoot on the move, probably the faster the run's going to be, and the better you're going to score overall. So let's check it out. Again, that right target is scaring the ever-living heck out of me because it's so thin. We'll try it. We'll just do a little hands-on barrel start like you're a prom date. There we go. No shoots. We got a Charlie on target 2 and a Charlie on target 1. We'll start on the other side now. Oh. Woo! We got one just on the outside of that no-shoot snack on that last target. All right, run it back turbo. We got another 12. Ooh, that was not my prettiest shooting. We got like 4 Charlies on that one. Yeah, we got Charlie on target 5 or 6, target 5. We got a Delta on target 4, 2 Alpha target 3, 1 Charlie target 2, 2 Alpha target 1. We got a Delta and a couple Charlies on that. Not too pretty. For whatever reason on that run, I was watching my gun just like move all over the place. Like I just like wasn't stabilizing with my upper body, because when you're moving, it's not just like how your hands are gripping the gun, but it's how your whole upper body is leaning into it. So I think if I lean a little bit more forward and put my weight forward so that energy is coming through my arms rather than being upright, I think we're gonna have a little bit better result. That was spicy. That was 6 seconds. Much better hits. I did pull 1 Charlie on target 6. Kind of expected though. I'm aiming for that alpha line. All alpha, 1 Charlie, all alpha, all alpha, all alpha. 1 Charlie on that run. Just simply by just putting my weight a little bit more forward. And this is why getting out and practicing live firing helps a lot, because I'm not necessarily learning these skills, but I'm reminding myself what I need to do on them. How's it going? Good. All right, so we just shot someone. Next is I'm taking something from my last match that I shot where I found myself slowing down on no-shoot targets up close. So we're at about like 4 or 5 yards. And what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna go for this no-shoot target on the left. open one on the bottom, no shoot on the top. And my goal is to have the same cadence all the way through those targets and have a good sight picture all the way through, because what I found that I was doing, to give an example, rude, how dare they do that? What I found that was happening is that I was slowing down a lot and it sounded something like this. But what I'd like it to sound like is, okay, but my goal is I want to be able to do that cadence with all alphas. Pull the no shoot. So this is exactly why we're just gonna hammer through some of these mags. It's only 6 rounds. We can get a couple shots in there. That was an all alpha. Yeah, 191. Dragged 1 Charlie high on that one. That was a 192, pretty consistent. A little bit of hesitation on the second target for a 195. 1 Charlie on the second target. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So 185. I was dialed in. I pulled a no shoot. I don't know why I stopped. I should have just kept going through it, but yeah, I meant to do that. That is on the cusp of my control of the gun for sure. I bumped those rounds. There was extra rounds in there. That was 7. There's 2 13 splits, and I'll tell you what, those were absolutely bumped. I want to see what would happen if I just loosened up my grip a little bit, and that gun literally just do 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 do. So we pulled another no shoot, and we pulled a delta, but we got all alphas on the top target. So we're practicing, we're pushing, we're exploring a little bit. So let's tape up everything outside of the A zone and keep it moving. All right, so we did some constructive training blocks. Now it's time to have a little bit of fun on the range. We're gonna do the triple bill drill. So that's 6, reload 6, reload 6. And this is out of Shane Coley's book. I think his PR on this is 484, which blows my mind. Or maybe it was 584. Either way, it was crazy fast. I'm gonna be happy if I can even get close to like 6.5 seconds on this drill, because that's screaming fast. We're at 7 yards, standard USPSA target, and we're gonna be doing it from the competition rig. But I wanna have a little fun. I wanna go a little fast. And we'll see what's happening. Woo! It's a 621. We crushed that 6.5. We got all alphas on it. We got some 14s in there. Let's check out what these reloads were. First reload 138. Second reload 157. I had a slight hesitation on that second reload. I felt it. If we clean up that second reload to the first speed, we would have been sub 6 seconds on it. So let's run this again. I think we have enough for a few rounds on this. My grip fell apart. That was a 711, and I'm not trying to go to my grip fell apart after my second reload. I had trigger freeze. I guess my performance on demand is what's calling me, and maybe I'm just a one and done type of guy, but I don't believe that. I want to go one more time. And we pulled a Charlie on it, so we pulled 2 Charlies on that one, so we've got 3 Charlies total on the target. Fuck! Damn it! I'm done with this. I had my fun. I did a 621. That was the best run. We did 3 of them. We got a 711 and a 703. And I pulled a 4th Charlie. It might be a Delta, actually. I don't know. But either way, first run was good. 621. That's what I'm accepting. 6 reload 6 reload 6. That's what I can do today. That's it. Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles.